Good evening, everyone.
It's the proof
Welcome to
that I'm
tonight's
still
matches.
alive.
Today, I am joined over with Fluffy, who is going to be paneling for us today. We have HP versus Mavericks. What are your thoughts so far, Fluffy?
Your team is banned.
Well, we're seeing the Brody ban and the Marcus ban, which is definitely quite a good ban. So I know Brody's getting a nerfed. It's one of the most peak heroes in M5 so far. Mart is very strong hero currently in our server, and we do know the side of Mavericks does play quite a lot.
Your team is
Swag,
banned.
what's your opinion? And the Xbox ban as well. What's your opinion, Bind
Yeah.
Crusher?
I haven't seen much of HP's lineup. I haven't seen them play a lot of matches. There was that one forfeited game in that one game against No Life Kings, but we haven't really seen the full depth of what they can play. But I do see that there is a ban. I mean, there is a pick on the Nolan, which does fall off late game. Maybe they can pick up a bit of late game heroes. Like I've seen Sicilian somewhere in their lineup, but I wonder if they actually lock it in this game.
Yeah, the Sicilian definitely interesting pick. I know Nolan, even though it doesn't get picked up as much anymore, I do think it is still a strong pick. But we see the Beatrix and the Valentina. The Valentina's a bit early for me. It's not something that I would pick up at this stage. But yeah, what's your opinion?
I think maybe they try to predict what sort of draft it is, but like I would also I agree with you. I think a Valentina is something that you keep a secret until later on in the game, so that you know the enemy will be surprised when you pick it. But I think maybe they're just trying to prevent maybe the Terizla ult. Maybe they can steal that, but it does still leave room for the Minnow or maybe a tankier pick. Maybe that's why they're picking it, so they can be the ones with the ult.
Yeah, but we do see the Terizla and the Ixia being picked
When the body suffers,
up. And the Bene. The Bene is something we haven't really seen a lot.
We haven't, especially in the jungle. We usually see him in XP. There was a game with I think we saw it. Was it? Yeah, we saw it once, but it wasn't XP. It wasn't exactly in jungle. So it'll be interesting to see how it does against the Nolan. He is decent with it, so you'll be able to dash in and out, especially out of that Terizla ult. So maybe that's a pretty good pick here in this instance. They do still have a Roma here. I see the Diggy ban. I think they're planning to go maybe a Minotaur on their side. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or a Tig. Oh, Tig is banned.
Yeah, they did get rid of the Tig as well. Personally, I would rather get rid of the Minotaur or something like that. But I see Mathilda hasn't been banned or picked up yet, which is interesting.
Yeah. I am surprised that they went for the Hilda instead of maybe a CC tank, but they're trying to invade Nolan. Maybe that's why. But Hilda isn't a horrible pick. Convincing Hilda up in M5 is actually doing a lot of damage. But you know, the Valier might be a bit of a problem for him. But yeah, I think they're trying to invade as early as possible. Maybe play a bit more aggressive in this lineup, and bring the fight to Mavericks, which is something that it has worked well for some teams. What is that, a Hilda XP? Yeah, they're going for Minnow XP. I mean for Minnow Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is still going to be a Hilda XP, but they're going for the Mincy Rome, which we also hardly get to see. But it is no, they're swapping all their Romes up. No, ends up again being a Minnow. Pretty decent drop so far. The only thoughts maybe might be the different mage, but it is a pretty good mage to have. Maybe they have a lot of set potential in this draft on the side of 0 HP, so I do like it.
Yeah, 0 HP, definitely a lot of set potential. I think the Valentina will probably go for the Rizla ult. I think that should be the best ult for it to pick up. But yeah, I think the side of Mavericks also drafted quite well. I like the Valia, I like the Ixia.
Yeah.
And definitely this Nolan's still strong. Yes, sorry, Mike, Russia.
No, they have a lot of disengage also on the side of Mavericks. They have the Nolan and the Valier, so we'd have to see how well the ults of 0 HP at time. They have a pretty good draft, but it does rely on a lot of coordination on their side. You know, communicating well would be a key part of actually winning the game. So let's see how they execute the draft. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting.
Definitely.
Sorry.
No, definitely. I will be joined by Seb, and you'll be joining us for the post-panel discussion.
Yes, I will. I don't know how much I can say to you guys. Unfortunately, I'm not be able to watch most of it, but I will discuss at the end still with you guys. Okay, cool. And you and Seth must enjoy.
Okay, thank you.
Definitely no worries. We'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, thank you, Fluffy. Okay, straight into the game. We've got a big, I mean, this is quite a big game, I'd argue. I mean, it's Mavericks. Pretty obviously, just everyone wants to see Mavericks play. But then also we got 0HP, who have not been playing too badly, actually, in the whole tournament so far.
Definitely. They do have a new mage as far as I know. I mean, it was unknown in their last line. He's a pretty decent mage. He played for RRQ and recently he joined their squad. So I'm interesting to see how well he gels with the team.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I mean, Nolan, I mean, this hero is still strong, I think. So we're definitely keen to see how Swag sort of plays it in this game. And already bottom lane's getting ganked a bit by this Teriyaki on his Ruby. Could be easy first blood for Virus. Pretty much given to him on a silver plate there.
Definitely, that early game advantage for the Ixia is pretty good, especially since, he wasn't just aware of the people ganking early on, and that advantage early game will be a pretty useful tool for them to have, especially with the Beatrix being underfarmed a bit.
As you can see, a bit of a gank on Terizla, but shouldn't be too much happening on that end, just because Terizla is so hard to kill. Anyway, maybe we see the response gank coming through. Gonna be onto this Hilda. That's also not the easiest target to kill. Just 2 XP lane as well. Not really within any sort of killing range.
Yeah, it's one of those complicated things whether or not you decide whether or not you're gonna gank or go for the turtle, and it does look like them all committing to the goal and allowed Mavericks to get the first turtle.
Yep. Okay, looking at the turtle, we're gonna start it up by the side of Mavericks here. I think it should be quite an easy one for themselves. They've got level 5 on this Nolan compared to the Beatrix, who's only, the Benedetta is only level 4. Except Hilda's there. She's going to disrupt it a little bit, but the Retribution should be out. There it is. Retribution for the Mavericks. The Benedetta, she goes in with the ulti. It's actually pretty big. The penalty zone as well on the side. They catch the Nolan, but they pay for it with their roam. And maybe pay for it again with this Valentina going down.
Definitely. It was a 2-for-1 trade plus the turtle, so that was a pretty good trade on the side of Mavericks. They did come out the victor out of that whole team fight, so pretty good early game start from the Mavericks so far.
Yeah, I mean, even if Swag died on that turtle there, I think he's fine with it. He secured the turtle for his team, and he got his team a few kills on top of that as well. So not the worst thing ever. As we can already see, the gold lead is starting to grow a little bit for the side. So we're gonna
I don't think that's a position that 0HP would like them to be. I think they're moving they're a bit disconnected with some synergy, but I think they might pick up a bit later in a late game. But I guess as soon as the more the game goes, the better the team phase might be for them.
And Teriyaki getting scouted out here by this Minotaur. Oh, the Ruby ult actually stolen by this Valentina. Maybe she's gonna use it on her, but not the squishiest target. I don't think you can really commit onto a Ruby. As Ixia getting harassed a little bit by this Beatrix. Needs to be a bit careful, but overall quite a static game. Or maybe see some picking up here. Oh, actually a flicker misses out on the Beatrix bot lane. That was a bit of a unfortunate initiation, as Ruby also gets caught out here. She's gonna get got on by the Minota Fury as well as the Benedetta ulti. But it's a big full barrage. It's doing a lot of damage, but might not be enough. Oh no, but they finally get the kills onto the Valentina as well. Huge full barrage, and the Nolan coming there to pick up some kills for his own. As Mavericks clean up the side of 0HP just very cleanly.
Very, very good fight there. I thought early on 0HP had it, but unfortunately the damage coming in from the Nolan to clean up there was pretty good move to make. And the Vali is actually someone that's just, a menace to the lineup of 0HP. He's able to push them away and basically nullify a lot of their ults. So pretty good pick from the Maverick side.
Yeah. That's Ixia now getting a free lane bot. Manages to push the tower and just basically for nothing, and now all of a sudden I think this if you're looking at the gold, this This Ixia is so far ahead in terms of money. It's almost 2,000. And in front of the of the Beatrix.
Definitely, and I think she's nearing her first item. Yeah, she already has her first item, and Beatrix is almost now. It's almost at her first item.
And the penalty zone?
I could just not kill.
Yeah, the penalty zone misses top, but the Nolan with the fracture takes care of the Minotaur very swiftly, as Hilda just can only just watch as her ally falls down. And Ixia maybe wants to push in the middle tower as well, but here we go. The Dancer Blades coming up from Benedetta. She's going in. Might be able to be a decent kill here if they can get it. Yes, they can. The long range snipe from the Beatrix actually gets her in the end, as they want to chase the Benedetta down, but I don't think they have enough chase potential. Maybe with the Nolan, but he's not really in position. Has a great shutdown kill for the side of HP.
Oh,
Yeah, there it is. But no Fury. It's only down to 1 though. And I don't know if that's the right committance for it, but there's a penalty zone on both sides. It's pretty big, but they might be able to just get the kills on Mavericks first. As it looked like a pretty good initiation, but just doesn't work out in the end.
definitely. I feel like the Terizla, I was very surprised the Terizla managed to make it out of the draft, because it was a pick that's been picked in all of Mavericks games. So if they weren't going to pick it, they should have at least counted it with some different pick, you know, because it's very good for the set potential of the team.
Yeah, I agree. Mid tower just hanging on by a loose thread in terms of HP, and I think they want to try and defend it. Maybe it's not going to be easy. I think Mavericks are definitely looking towards it, or maybe after they get the turtle here, which is going to be nice and swift. Decent snipe attempt from Beatrix, but not going to be enough for now, as Mavericks will close in on maybe onto this blue buff. I mean, they're waiting for this Nolan. They expect him to come. They've got 5 members as well as a penalty zone to work with. The airstrike coming up from Beatrix as well. But Terizla, I think he has a penalty zone to work with here, and Dancer Blades might be able to secure the blue buff for themselves. As the full barrage, it gets committed. It's doing so much damage. Actually, they're going to be able to kill the Minotaur, and Benedetta, she needs to run away. Oh, we get a hook actually onto this. Is he gonna make it? Is she gonna make it out? No, she's not.
Oh no, she does. No, she ends up falling.
No, she falls down to the Terizla first skill.
I think the Ixia has already 2 items. I think that damage that's coming from it is insane, and they don't really have anyone to get to the backline and to actually kill the Ixia. So I think HP needs to regroup here and try to figure out how they can exactly manage to make a comeback in this game.
Minotaur, it's just this poor Minotaur only has 1 item at about 8 minutes here, and it's not even. It's just full physical resistance, so he's gonna have nothing to defend himself against Valia. Gonna get burnt down like a crisp. But at least he'll be quite survivable against 90%, 80% of the Mavericks lineup, as the Wind of Nature will be picked up by Ixia now. So that threat with Benedetta is going to start being nullified just a slight bit. Yeah, talking about magic damage, like also the side of HP also has mostly physical damage. Only 1 magical damage source.
And that's the mage. I think they are in the position where they need a lot of anti-heal. Only Hilda has it, and Hilda is hardly in the team fights. And that just allows Terizla to just get the full extent of his heal here. So that is a bit of a problem for them so far. They don't have enough gold to actually buy the items. So unfortunately, they need to figure out what's more important right now. And I think the Minnow decided on the Antique instead. But he is building magic instead of Dominance Ice. I think he needs the Dominance Ice for his team there.
Oh yeah, well I mean at least the Hilda does have it, so maybe he can afford to get a little bit of magic survivability, as Lord swiftly taken out by the Mavericks, as they maybe want to chase it out here, but it's not going to be too easy. I think this HP still should be able to fight back a decent amount, as we're going to see some major recalling action by the Mavericks.
Definitely. But I just still do think they need a lot more anti-heal. They've got the Rupee, they've got the Terizla, they've got heroes that are going to be very, very menacing in the team fights if they don't have enough anti-heal. They're relying on the Hilda, but Hilda's trying to pick off people here. It's working for himself. Oh, Wind of Nature used by the Ixia.
Oh, that's good committance. I mean, Wind of Nature is all about that active component, because like it doesn't really give you that many stats. So while it's on cooldown, it's like not very efficient item. Maybe HP should be able to take advantage of this, as we can see Lord going into the middle lane here. Not going to charge the tower since it's not enhanced, but oh, a really good hook already by the Ruby. It's going to be onto this Valentina, so now all that magic damage is gone. And now Benedetta wants to go in a little bit here. She wants to kill the Lord, but she's not going to be able to do enough damage. The Lord is walking down the middle lane, and the Hilda can only do anything but just watch. The Minoan Fury, it might land on a few, but he dies before the last hit comes out. And Hilda gets a kill onto the Nolan, but she's going to fall swiftly straight afterwards. The Benedetta, she wants to try and get any sort of kills for herself, but I don't know if she's going to be able to. No, she'll get taken down immediately as the tower mid lane is gone, and the base is wide open. And leave it up to Mavericks to just try and take care of the base here. They should be able to. Oh, no, Ixia, she almost falls down. And there's Valentina. She goes in with the penalty zone. She manages to get the kill, and Terizla does get a kill of his own. But now, I don't think Mavericks can end anymore.
Yeah, it does look like Valentina might fall also. It does look like a wipe. But they are still in a pretty good position to defend this turret here. I think they've got 3 decent members to defend and survive a bit. So Valentina did a pretty good job of leading the teams away from the base. So yeah, gives them a bit of hope so far.
I mean, it was not the worst defense coming out from HP, but it definitely wasn't enough at the moment. They need to be able to win a fight much better in order to come back into this game at some point. The Nolan takes the blue buff, I think. No. Benedetta gets it for herself. Doofenshmirtz pops the ulti there. Maybe getting some good slows there, but look at that damage. It's going to be enough to maybe kill him, but it's not. They'll get the Benedetta first, as now she's down for the high ground. So that's not good. That's already not looking great for the side of HP, as the Minoan Fury is available with a flicker though. So maybe some outplay potential going to be coming out.
Definitely, the next Lord is loading up here. Mavericks is in a very good position to take it. They don't really have a jungler here, so it will be an uncontested enhanced Lord, and it will be one that charges straight to the base.
I mean, even if the jungle was alive, I don't think they could contest it at all. Mavericks are just so much farther ahead, about 10,000 gold. So it's just, I think it's just impossible to go outside your base without getting caught. It's up to HP to stick together, make sure that they all land together.
Yeah, I'm very surprised with Mino's second item. He went for Oracle. You hardly get to see that item. I thought people go for Floss now. Mino,
yeah, I'm not sure about Oracle either, man. It's a bit of a greedy item, because it's making yourself a lot stronger in terms of your survivability of healing. But other than that, it doesn't really give you that much defense. So he's going to be struggling to stay alive, I believe. Anyway, we're going to see Lords coming down. Mavericks pushing in the lanes all beautifully at the same time here. Benedetta needs to retreat just for a little bit. They want to get rid of the Lord first, but a good snipe coming up from Beatrix gets him a bit low, but the full barrage is doing so much damage, and the penalty zone in the back line as well. Mavericks is just going to be able to just hit the base just for free, and they take the game 1 for themselves in this best of 3 series.
Definitely, GG well played to Mavericks there. That last play was insane. I think it was a flicker out into the base. So yeah, very good draft from the Mavericks. Yeah, I think is Fluffy around? No, he isn't. So yeah, Seb, we'd have to do the post-game analysis ourselves. I think
Okay, no, that's fine.
mostly itemization from the side of.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I am back.
you able
Okay.
to see? Are you able to see the results? What are your thoughts so far?
Yes, I watched the game on YouTube. Just the amazing synergy from Maverick. Yeah, it was quite impressive there at the edge. I just think Ruby working so well with the Ixia. Quite a lot happening, but the side of Mavericks I just think they synergize so well with their heroes. Every hero just working together quite well.
Definitely, I agree with you. And again, my personal pet peeve was just very surprised about the lack of anti-hero on the side of 0 HP. I mean, anti-hero isn't it's not a necessity every single game. On this one specifically, you would need at least maybe even your first item to have it. And it wasn't a lot of like engaging team fight stuff. They had a lot of like team fight comps, but they weren't exactly like working together. I don't think I really saw, them utilizing the full extent of their draft. I think maybe if they do it in this game, they might be able to win this game up here. Is Jake's in the lobby or Fluffy in the lobby?
No, Fluffy's here now, so it's all good.
I'm in the lobby now.
Definitely. So, yeah, what do you think? What do you think HP needs to do to win the next game, Choppy?
Um, personally, it didn't look like they were so comfortable on all their heroes. To be honest with me, I do think the hero like the Valentina was a better early pickup. But maybe ban out the Valentina, maybe go for the Faramis. I think Faramis would have worked a bit better with their calm. We have seen it being used quite a lot in the tournament so far as well. But yeah, I think to play against the Mavericks, you need heroes that synergize well, and you need to be good at the heroes as well. But yeah, maybe for sure I would get rid of the Nolan and the Martyrs. 2 heroes I definitely don't want to play against when playing against the Mavericks.
Definitely, but I feel like they stuck in the predicament. If you ban Nolan and Martis, then that leaves the Guinevere open. So it's very difficult position to be in as a player. So they'd have to decide. I mean, they do have first pick in this game. It does give them a bit of more control over the draft. So let's see how well they utilize that first pick that they have. I think all teams are ready here. So who is the lobby holder? That is dude. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to game 2. It has been a while since I have been casting you with one of you guys with one of the tournaments. I don't think there have been any tournament games for a while now. But yeah, I'm looking very forward.
Yeah. It was our first game in a while. Very exciting game indeed, and it is a reminder for the people watching that whatever team loses here is out of the tournament. So I think, but all teams will be playing in a desperation move. So this is the lower bracket match. So let's see what the best teams can, what best these teams can bring up to the match. But this time around, HP have the first pick and first ban. So let's see how how they utilize this power that they have. Are they gonna leave the Nolan open or are they gonna leave the Gwen open?
Both such strong heroes to play against. Okay, they go for the Martyrs ban first. The side of Mavericks does ban the, but you can maybe leave open the Nolan or the Gwen if you want to pick it up yourself, especially since the side of 0 HP does have the first pick this time around. So I do think the Gwen pick would be quite strong for them to get up, unless the side of Mavericks are going to get rid of it now.
Yeah, it is possible for them to. Yeah, it is possible for them to pick up the Gwen and then ban the Diggy. So let's see if they do that. If they peep that, they could also pick the Diggy themselves as the first pick, and try to counter Mavericks. Outthink the outthinking. Let's see if that's the plan, or they're just gonna leave the Guinevere. That's I believe. It's a very strong hero right now at the moment. Especially like how flexible she is. She can go in the roam and the jungle. Oh yeah, they pick it up.
Yeah, something else, like, which is nice about the Gwen. So, if you jump on someone, the Diggy sometimes has to commit ult quite quickly, and you can maybe bait out the ult of the Diggy, especially when using the Guinevere, which you can't do with a lot of roamers as well. That's why we see the Gwen roam coming out. But the side of Mavericks does pick up the Diggy quite quickly. I don't think they really want to face the Guinevere, so, or if they're forced to face it, they just don't want the ult to mean that much. And we see the carry pickup, which is quite interesting. I do think it, because they're expecting the tank Gwen. I think that's maybe the main reason that they went for it. What's your opinions of Fall?
I think it would do HP a good if they can pick either the farmers or the Valentina in this game, so that they also can have the Diggy out. So I think in this instance, I would insta lock the Valentina or the farmers, which is not really a counter, but it is a good out to have on your side also. If they're gonna anti-CC you, you're gonna anti-CC them too. So like, I think Valentina would be good here, but it also depends on what jungle heroes are left open for the side of Mavericks. They're going for the Minty. I'm assuming they're gonna lock the Minty. I mean, Gwen is a dash hero, but I think we always see them lock Terizdev, so I'm very interested to see if they're actually going to change it up a bit. Nope, they're gonna stick with Terizdev. If it's not broken, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Well, we're going to see the side of Mavericks ban here. I wonder if they go for the Valentina ban. I don't think they will, necessarily. I do think the Digi ult would be a good ult to take on her.
I didn't cure the
Oh, but they do go for it
My
there.
hunt is banning.
Yeah, there's the Valentina banner. It does leave farmers open, but I wonder if they're the ones that are gonna pick farmers. We haven't really seen Mavericks play farmers, but I do know they can play farmers on their side. The Valerie is also still open, so it's a bit complicated position for HP to be in. Which is why I would have locked personally the Valentina in the previous draft, but so that it can be banned out.
Team is picking.
But we do see they do get rid of the Valia. Oh, and
Yeah.
there's a Faramis pickup, like you mentioned, getting picked up from the side of Mavericks. I do think that is a very strong pickup. Yeah, and now not having the Valentina, like you suggested, from the side of 0 HP, picked up quite early, maybe going to be a problem for them.
Definitely, I saw him circling down the Florin. Apparently, Florin has I think less than 10% win rate in M5. So yeah, if we're gonna have to see if the win rate is better here. Yeah, Florin just not had a fun time in M5, but the Matilda has been pretty good. So let's see how the Matilda does. I'm just struggling to see the comp, potential in terms of HP draft here. Who do they go? I mean, they can engage with the walls of Grok. Maybe use the Matilda to zone in again. Maybe it can work. Just that the draft of Mavericks is going to be annoying to deal with here. I don't think they can burst anyone down. Maybe the carry. Maybe.
Yeah, I think the carry is a good pickup for the side of Mavericks escape. But the sustainability is going to be quite a lot because the side of Mavericks definitely do have everything. Sorry. I like the scary pickup. Definitely the main damage dealer. The save with the D and the Faramis, both. And they synergize quite well with each other. And then you have the Kai as well, just to pin down enemies. I'm kind of liking the draft of Mavericks quite a lot in the early stages so far. But I don't think 0 HP's draft is bad at all. I like the Lilia pickup. Mathilda very strong. And the Gwen as well, which you can't count out. But what's your opinion about all of this so far?
I just think that the Grok was picked up a bit early. They could have picked the Valentina in place of the Grok. Grok isn't like the hardest pick right now. They'd be like, wow, I need the Grok in my life. But like, he isn't a horrible hero either. Maybe it's just more about comfort and synergy over overall gameplay. But I like the Purifier on the carry here. She will be able to melt the team heavy, especially if the Guinevere goes tank build.
Yeah. I definitely I do think it is best to go for the tank build on Guinevere. I haven't really seen it work out if people don't go for it. But yeah, back to see you guys and Seppi. Sorry, okay, I got distracted there for a moment.
No, that's fine. Thank you, Fluffy. I mean, yes, very interesting drafts from both ends. The Grok XP lane, don't see that too often, but I think it could be quite interesting to watch. I believe you go full damage so that you can get more armor through your passive. I think that's how it works. But anyway, we're gonna see this Guinevere. Yes, that's gonna be the pickup for the side of HP against the Diggy. It's not that great, but as Fluffy pointed out before, you can bait out the time journey with that second skill anyway. But it's up to Teriyaki to sort of deal with that sort of counter matchup. Oh, there we go. Actually, Gwen gets level 4 very quickly in the bottom lane. That's not even 1 minute 20 seconds yet. And this Charisma might just be dead already. Another great first blood by Mavericks.
No. The first blood is
oh,
by
what?
HP.
What am I talking about? I'm on drugs. I'm not on drugs. Don't arrest me. As HP, get a really good first blood there. Actually, yeah. I mean, the play was so clean. I thought it was Mavericks.
Definitely. They are going to be ganking top lane, so they will be getting a kill regardless.
Okay. Well,
there.
There's their kill in response. That was also a very clean kill, put underneath their zone tower. And now we're gonna have to move to Turtle. See a Swag starting to move there. He maybe wants to get the blue buff first. It's gonna be up to him as Matilda starts walking down as well. That's the Blessing of the Wilderness, I'm pretty sure. Or Wilderness Blessing. No, she doesn't. She has to pull herself together. She was moving exceptionally fast. I wonder where she was getting that speed from. Anyway. Oh, actually, the carry falls down. I don't even know where.
Yeah, I think Carey decided to not use his Purifier there instead, so I think that's actually why he ended up dying. But it does allow them to Mavericks to get the turtle uncontested.
Yeah,
But they opt for the turret here.
yeah, uncontested turtle for Mavericks, so or a nice bit of advantage starting up, but the gold is pretty much dead even, as well as the kills being on the favor of HP. Although Carey maybe getting a shutdown kill on this Gwen. It's a big kill for Virus here. You can see Clint getting some backup right now. I don't think he has the Circling Eagle to work with, but Doofenshmirtz in with the Paramus has the Netherrealm to work with. But shouldn't be any more follow-up just yet at Teriyaki as well. Wants to join in on the party. We get scouted out by the Matilda. As Paramus wants to go one in once again, but he messes up the pull. I almost did something else.
Yeah, I think Gwen might have overstayed his welcome there because he lost his red buff. I don't think he realized it. So whilst he was busy with top lane, the Akai actually invaded his red buff. So he'll be a bit underfarmed because of like he was trying to make up for the gold lost from the turret. I mean from the turtle by getting it from the turret, but it actually lost costing his red buff.
Bit of a fight happening in the bottom lane as well at the top. You're gonna see, oh, actually the Cult Altar, I mean the Netherrealm is in the bottom lane. I think Gwen falls bot. No, she gets a kill onto the Terizla falls. Yes, that's what I mean. But they get the kill onto the Clint as well. So good trades overall from both teams, but in fact it's Mavericks that probably feel not too bad off here. They did commit a bunch of ultis. They want to keep going into the top lane here. They have a good grasp on it. They're getting the Yappo gonna get pulled back. I mean Capo, excuse me. I'm getting a lot of things wrong right now.
Okay, it does look like Mavericks is, HP is responding with the turret taking in XP.
Yeah, yeah, sorry guys, I'm not completely focused here, but yeah, I mean 0 HP, definitely not too bad off, but they're not doing too bad. They're sort of keeping up a little bit with the gold aid here. They have a decent timing with this Clint at some point. And Carry's not the biggest danger against their team, I might argue. Against the Gwen, I mean it's still doable for them. But here's going to be the turtle fights. Okay, Swag doesn't manage to unreset the turtle, but there's a big penalty zone from War. It's basically under 4. And now here we go with the heavy spin. It's out. It's going to push Gwen away, and they get the kill onto the Lilia. A good wild charge from Grok. It stuns 2. But the Diggy with those bombs, he might be able to pick up the Grok kill as well. Yes, he does. And Carry basically diving the tower. Wow.
Definitely, they have 4 members, and they end up getting the mid lane turret.
Ooh, and the mid lane turret. Yeah, wow. Mavericks played that so beautifully, but there's the Violet Requiem onto this Carry, and they get the kill there. But the time journey's a bit late. Unfortunately, they popped both of their circles down, and they don't have anything. But there's the last circle. It's the penalty zone. It's gonna go in, but the special migration is gonna knock up the Faramus again. Maybe try and get a kill on him first, but no. Swag in the background is gonna take the turtle, and Mavericks are making this team fight very hard for HP to sort of deal with. They do get 1 kill onto the Faramus, but the heavy spin's gonna lock her in and avenge the death of his ally. Wow.
Yeah. Still in terms of towers, it is still pretty even. HP have 1 more turret, but I think slowly Mavericks gonna start to lessen that difference because they do have a lot more map pressure at the moment.
They're playing so
ganking a lot.
They're playing so cleanly, dude. It's actually very fun to watch how clean Mavericks execute their plays. Except for that double circle. That was a bit weird, but the rest of it was pretty good.
Definitely. There is gonna be a turtle up top, so I think they need to protect the marksman a bit. But I think he's just gonna he's gonna leave that turret. I don't think it's worth staying so far.
Oh, maybe he can kill the minion first. Oh no, he's not gonna try and attempt to defend that. As you can see, Grok getting a good wall from the bottom lane. It's just Swag though. Swag's pretty much unkillable at this point. And he's gonna go in with a heavy spin. It's gonna be knocking the side of HP just around completely. Get the kill onto Matilda ever so easily. As now Mavericks, they want more. They're gonna look for this tower. They're gonna pull back this Grok. No, he's got the CC immunity for now to work with. But the Faramus, he's gonna go in. Maybe he can't ult in time. But but the time journey, it saves him, allowing him to use the Netherrealm. And now all of a sudden, Mavericks are leading this charge once again. a great, beautiful synergy coming out from Mavericks with where obviously the weakness of Faramus is that if he gets stunned up, he won't be able to use his ulti, but Diggy's there to fix that.
Definitely good communication. So from the roam and the jungler are not really moving together yet, but I feel like if they can fix that, they might be able to, not get caught up in the the pickups that's happening around the map here. I feel like they need to work a bit more as a team, and they might be able to turn this game around, but it does look a bit dicey at the moment.
That's an easy turtle for the Mavericks. They go straight away into the blue buff here, but forcing Gwen to use the retribution. But here we go, Swag gets a really good heavy spin here. He's gonna lock down this Guinevere as well as the Diggy. He's gonna pull it back as well. Absolutely no chance of getting away from that one.
Definitely, just it looks like HP is just operating on pilot mode now. Hopefully, it doesn't mess with their strategy, and they can actually. Where's Gwen? Oh, Gwen is dead, but like she might be able to come back and do something. I was looking for the Gwen. I thought they could make a pick off on the Diggy, but unfortunately, she was dead at that moment. The Matilda isn't having the funnest game here. It's actually going Matilda damage, so. That's why he's just suffering at the hands of Diggy's bombs.
I mean they're not tanky at all, really. I mean, here's a penalty zone in the bottom lane. Gwen's gonna be in a lot of danger here. She's gonna get taken out. She's going damage Gwen. I mean, if you're going for this Grok XP lane, at least make him tanky. You know, like you've got full five squishy heroes.
Definitely, I feel like they need a bit more sustain here. I think everyone's a bit too squishy. Grok is going damage, Matilda's also going damage, everyone's going damage. Isn't really enough, even Diggy can kill them. I think that's the issue. Diggy and Faramus have a lot more damage, and Kerry hasn't even begun, being fully participants in this game. So I feel like they need a bit more defense, especially maybe having a Dom and Ice. Yeah, Dom Ice is a good item to have, but I don't think anyone has it yet.
No, I don't. I'm not afraid. I'm afraid they don't have any anti-heal at all. I think this Matilda might be going for the Necklace of Durance, but that's only a might. And if they don't have any anti here, I don't know how they deal with this Teresa. He's like not gonna die whatsoever from that lifesteal. Anyway, Lord spawning out soon. It's gonna be up to HP to decide whether they want to contest this or not. Guinevere, not the worst hero in the game to contest Lords, but it's just a matter of getting there safely enough. And when she's squishy like this, there's gonna be absolutely no chance, and she realizes that.
It does look like Grok is suddenly building anti-heal, but it might be a bit late now, especially since they've gotten the Lord. But I think he is building anti-heal now. Still not sure about the Matilda. It doesn't look like it. I think she might be going a different item, but yeah, anti-heal should have been the first item, because like Teresa is literally one of the worst heroes to deal with when you don't have anti-heal. That's why he's not exactly doing the best in those 1v1 exchanges. And yeah. Just no one able to check the bushes because they would all die. So Matilda maybe picking up defense, Gwen building maybe semi-tank. If he wants to commit to the damage build, having a semi-tank build might work a bit.
I don't understand this really. I mean, if like it's a bit too late to go for defense at this point, Like this little bit of defense that you're buying, it's not going to really be enough to sort of work with it. But there's a penalty zone. It's on to 2 with a wild charge. It's actually really good in response, but the time journey's there to sort of minimize it. Okay, the cold altar. It's doing a really good job of keeping Mavericks alive here, and Carry's going to take out Grok so quickly. As the magic shoes for Lilia is going to keep her safe, but she's going to get pulled back. Mavericks, they're going to try and take the tower because Lord is charging in the top lane. Clint doing a decent job of taking down the Lord quite quickly. And actually, HP managed to defend that pretty solidly. Oh, there's the Gwen.
I mean, Gwen is, again, just that Mavericks is able to respond with like a team fight. Oh, Jesus. So much damage coming from all the teammates of Mavericks. But it does look like Lilia might build Necklace after this. Oh, so you went for Flasks first. Personally, again, I think anti-heal is better item than Flask in the early games at these stages. But he did go for Flask, which does give his teammate a bit more survivability. But like, yeah, it's a bit when you're comparing it to a Faramus ult, it pales in comparison. But I wouldn't say all hope is lost. It is possible for them to make a good set. make a comeback here, especially since Mavericks is recalling. Maybe they can just, catch them by surprise.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a I don't really know how to describe this. I don't know whether it's bad blood or not. Probably not.
Probably not. It is a 10,000 gold lead, so I think maybe that's why Mavericks is not really in a rush to end this game so far. Yeah, 10,000 gold lead that's like almost 2 items ahead of each person. So, yeah.
I mean, we're just gonna have to sit and watch. I mean, Gwen does finish off her Anticuras. I mean, she sold her items. Oh dear. She sold her items going for the full tank at this point, which I don't think is the worst idea, but I think it's gonna make her like impact so low right now. She's just gonna be a little bit tanky and gonna have no damage.
Yeah, she sold all her damage. I mean, again, still no anti-heal. You can't go 13 minutes in a game without anti-heal. I think like maybe she picked up the Dominant Ice. She could have been the frontline person that they need for this team fight. I think again, I still don't see the Dom Ice coming in from the Matilda. Again, it's no use if you're able to sustain yourself, but you're unable to make use of that sustain. So they can still do something. I just think that if they are able to get within that, the zone, they might be able to do something. Maverick doesn't look to be slowing down in terms of the aggression here.
No, not at all. And Lord goes to them quite easily at this point, as it will be in the enhanced Lord, so they're going to be able to crack the shell of this defense from 0 HP. As we can see, a bit of a fight happening in the middle here. I think he's gonna get taken back. No, he's got the CC immunity so that he doesn't get dragged back by the Diggy. Because Mavericks, I think they're getting bored of this now. They want to start going. Although Doof goes back to base for some reason. Not really sure why. But anyway, oh, actually they catch their Kai, but he has the heavy spin in response. As now Mavericks gonna start looking towards maybe pushing out the other towers. They don't have any minions in the top lane though. Carry does pop the ulti. Oh, pretty decent. Well charged, but the time journey's out. It's going to protect them from any further harm. There we go. Diggy going to pull back one of the members of HP. It's going to be the Grok. But Lord is already in the bottom lane. There's the penalty zone. It's already on to 1 though. As Turizla, a bit of a failed initiation, but there's the Gwyn. There we go. There's a Violet Requiem. It's out. There's no time journey for Mavericks to work with. And the Circling Eagle's out as well. Maybe they can turn this fight for once. But Mavericks are just so tanky as well as sustainable because they don't have any anti-heal, as you said. As Carry looking to finish the base here. Oh, but there we go. A really good Netherrealm. And Gwen going into the back lines there. But the penalty zone is back up. It goes straight on to 3. But the wild charge is also not too bad. But he's going to get pinned back by the tower, or by the Akai onto the wall. And Guinevere wants to go in back in once again as well. But Swag getting a bit low. Does have the immortality to work with as well. Doing a bit of recoil action. Circling Eagle knocks one of them down. But she's going to get knocked down first. And Swag goes in with a little bit of aggression. Time journey's out though. Mavericks are going to have absolutely no contestation when it's going to be coming to hitting this base, I'm afraid. As Mavericks are going to be your game 2 winners on top of that, taking the series to 3-0. And that's a very funny joke, Jake, about penalty zone. Jake says, why is Turizla's ult called penalty zone instead of Bruno's ult? That's a good one. Sorry, anyway, carry on, Nigel.
No, this was a full game that there's still no anti-heal by the end of the 15 minutes. I'm very surprised. I see an immortality, I see an Athena, but I still don't see an anti-heal. When you're facing a Turizla and Pyramus, I don't know. Yeah, especially with the immortality that was picked up by the Grok. I wasn't so sure about that item, but good play from both teams. Yeah, I just think. Yeah, Mavericks came out the better team, obviously. So yeah, I'll give it to Fluffy for the post-game analysis.
Yeah, well, let me give it to both of you guys just to discuss the game a little bit while we go and try and get any interviews done. I'll just talk to Jake now, see if we can get any interviews done.
Definitely, Fluffy, you good?
Yes, I am here. Very interesting game. I'm quite surprised. I saw the same as you there, Nigel. No anti-heal getting picked up on the side of 0 HP. Not something I really understand or want to commentate on. It's a really important item for me personally, but yeah, I think combos wise, just again the side of Mavericks working so well together, that Biggie and the Faramis. Because I play Faramis as well. And I know sometimes his ult does have a bit of a delay. especially when you're playing him for the first few times, you do notice it. And I think with the Purify of the Diggy just making it so easy for him to pop his ult, really made the game change at certain stages. And just great initiation with the Charizla and the Akai there as well.
Definitely. I feel like sometimes also your recommended build doesn't tell you to buy into. So I think maybe if people are not on the comfort heroes, it might have been a bit of a problem for them. But like, yeah, wasn't a bad effort. I just think out synergized and to an extent out drafted. But both teams did well. I think they did pretty good job. The Gun was impressive in the second game, and the Lily also did quite a bit. Just think, yeah, I think yeah, it's all about learning, eh? So I think both teams gonna do great things in the next tournament.
Yes, I totally agree with you there. I see Swag is here.
Yeah.
Oh, Seppi wants to speak.
Yeah, sure. I think we got Swag here from Mavericks. Once again, welcome back to the panel. Yeah, so how you guys, that was not your hardest victory there. I must be a bit brutally honest with you, but they did give you a little bit of trouble within some of the games in this best of 3 series. Do you think do you have any advice for maybe you want to give to Evans Predators maybe moving forward from this?
Some advice. Sure. Maybe more prep time. Maybe playing together a little bit more. I think we outdrafted them definitely in the second game. The first game they drafted pretty well, so I'll give that to them. Yeah, well played to them. Well played to my boys as well.
Okay, awesome. Okay, Fluffy and Nanji, any questions?
Yeah. Mine is specifically, how did you guys feel when you saw the Gwen? Were you guys worried at all, or what was going through your mind there?
So we talked about it. We know that we just picked the Diggy, and it's pretty much not an issue anymore. And we know that the Akai works as well. So we have 2 big counters there, Faramus ult as well. So we weren't worried about that at all. In fact, it almost worked in our favor.
That makes some sense.
Definitely. Do we have anyone from 0HP or just
No, just Swag at the moment. But okay, any question from you, Fluffy, for Swag here?
Yeah. Personally, have you guys played a bit more together? Because I've been seeing as the tournament's been going on, your synergy has just increased quite a lot as a team so far, in my opinion. With the first and second game that I've seen out, personally, that was the best game. Even though the rest of your games were great so far, I just think playing together like the Diggy and the Faramis, stuff like that, your synergy just showed between the 2 teams. Is it something that you guys have been practicing a lot past few weeks? And yeah,
definitely talking about it. We're working on our mid rotations, so the tank and the mage. That worked really well the last game, especially. Iris or Presh was getting like 4 people in his lane all game, so we did quite well to combat that, I think. So yeah, definitely been talking about that, working on rotations, and I think it definitely showed in these 2 games.
Okay, well, thank you, Swag. I think just one last thing from me then, before anything else, is that you guys still, I assume you guys are still feeling all good and confident to keep running through the lower bracket. What do you think your chances are to come back and face Equilibrium in the upper bracket?
Seppi, you're definitely trying to make some beef, bro.
Yeah, I am.
But I like it. We are looking very forward to facing them again. We've had some ranked games against them, and it hasn't gone too well for them. So I'm sure it's gonna stay the same.
Okay.
But we'll see.
All right. Well, that's definitely a spicy one. Yeah. So it doesn't look like we have anybody else from HP coming up here. So thanks, Swag. Thanks for the interview.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Hope you guys do well in the future of this tournament. All right. And then I
Sure,
think.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sure. Pleasure. Anyway, going on. I think Jake, is there anything you'd like to say? I don't think there's much else to do. No, it's a bit of a chill ML night. So.
No, there's not much for me. Just that we've got 2 games tomorrow that everyone should be looking forward to. So tomorrow we've got Exodus versus Rise, and also we've got No Life King versus Enigma 9.
Enigma. That's
The
gonna be
timings,
that's gonna be hype.
that is going to be massive. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Well, we'll post the announcements of the times for that game, those games soon. Anyway, yeah, Mavericks will be your victors for today against HP. HP will be knocked out of the tournament. This was the lower bracket. So thanks, guys, for watching.